Hi guys, welcome to another 18 plus pick a pile. This time, instead of getting you to pick crystals, I'm getting you to pick sort of little objects instead. And it's also going to be channeled messages from your person as well. It can either be a female or male energy. So pile 1 is the bat. If you're drawn to the bat, that's your pile. Your second pile is the candle. And the third pile is the skull. Thank you for joining me, pile 1. I'm now going to have a look at your cards. So your first one is, I lost myself for a little while. I wish I could take back my words. I replay our conversations over and over. We both know I'm not the one for you. Your person feels kind of bitter because they might have wronged you and you probably had a giant argument before you broke up. You're probably still angry with them or you've completely moved on and they're a little bitter about it. They're trying to make excuses, but it doesn't really excuse the behaviour. You also have a girl with a snake, empath and narcissist. You were kind of charmed by them, like, you know how someone charms a snake? They kind of charmed you with their actions or how affectionate they were, but they actually kind of used you, and now you've learnt from that and you put up boundaries, so I wouldn't suggest getting back with them. Your overall card is receive as well. You are a kind and loving soul who constantly reaches out and gives to others, but now it's time for you to learn how to generously receive. Just as with the ebb and flow of the tides, the art of giving and receiving is the natural law and order to the universe. So you need to, receive a little bit of love, maybe TLC. You're probably going to meet someone better very soon. You also have soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So whoever you're thinking about right now, whether it's a male or a female, or whoever they are, this is definitely your soulmate and you should definitely be with them. Next, you have heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other because it's pretty clear and obvious that you both have feelings for each other and love each other. Okay, whether you're a male or a female, they want to get a bit naughty and spicy with you out in nature, but they want it to be private as well. But there's autumn colours on here, so they want to be doing it now. They want to rip your clothes a little. You also have, your person's kind of obsessed with you. They like to keep little sentiments and like memories from places that you've been. So if you've been on holiday this year with each other, they definitely really cherish that, and they're definitely very much infatuated and in love with you. They have a little love at the heart at the end of the card, which means that they definitely love you. There might even be a witch as well and want to keep a bit of your hair. You also have another card that looks autumnal, and they definitely love and have a lot of time for you. They want to be really affectionate and caress you and show you their love in an affectionate way. Defo around about this time as well. Also, you have you two flirting with each other. You really flirt. You kind of play footsie sometimes. And you definitely love meals. You probably go out for dinners with each other and go on dates at least once a week. Or if you haven't been doing that recently, you should start doing it again because that would get you two a little spicy and back together. Okay, so thank you for joining me, pile 1. I'm now going to move over to pile 2. Ooh, if you chose pile 2, you would have chosen this candle. Let me just do a quick cleanse. before I begin the second pile. Now I'm going to begin with the second pile. So, your first cards are: I don't react when people mention you. My life is not as together as it seems. I left you before you could leave me. I want to be more than friends. I think your person for pile 2 is a little bit childish, like they're a bit immature. And they're actually probably like a little bit maybe depressed, I'd say. And they're a little bit of a faker. So, me personally, I don't really like people that are, fake and not 100% themselves. So maybe this frustrated you after a time. They're a bit numb about when you're mentioned, and maybe they're kind of like even a little bit cocky and they're a little bit nonchalant and stuff. I don't know whether I really like the sound of your person, but they definitely really like you. You might not fully like them, maybe you don't feel fully comfortable around them, but they really like you. And maybe it's kind of a forced relationship. And their childish attitude of leaving you before you could leave them. Maybe you actually did really like them and they should have given you some time, but they just seem too immature for that. Your next cards are Twin Flames. I have a lot of balance in union and duality, and you do complement each other. But you were stabbed in the back by them. They caused you a lot of pain, and it was quite shocking, and you had a lot of heartbreak. So maybe that's why I don't really overly like your person, because they stabbed you in the back, which is quite sad, and I'm sorry to hear that. Also, you have choices. When you accept responsibility for your love life and the choices you make, you begin to tap into the power of your own spirit. You'll be able to listen to and appreciate the intuitive wisdom that's inside you and apply it positively and constructively to your outside world. So you have better choices. Maybe the universe is trying to tell you not to get back with this person. Maybe don't think about the person that you have on your mind to do with this reading. And there's definitely other doors to open. Maybe better people that you might come across, or maybe a better person to date. That was your overall card, and a little bit of wisdom from your guides. Next, you have you deserve love. You are lovable. You might have had your confidence knocked by this person, which I am sorry about. And you also have trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. You might not be too open to love at the moment because of you being stabbed in the back, which is understandable. But don't worry, love is there for you. You definitely deserve it. And trust in the universe. It will come your way. Next, you have strength. You're a really strong person. You might have been going through a lot mentally yourself, and you're probably a lot stronger than your actual person that you're thinking about. You also have someone who really, really wants to be intimate with you. There's also someone in the background that's kind of disrupting that. So maybe your ex, the person that you're thinking about right now, is trying to intervene in something that you have at the moment with someone better. You also have children. You either had a child with your ex who you're thinking about right now, or you're going to have them very soon, because you literally have a little child in the middle and you have like soul ties, you're tied around two people. That definitely means that you can have a child. Like, you're either going to get someone pregnant or you're going to become pregnant yourself. So hopefully that is wanted. You also have right now you're very much in love with someone, and it is very steamy but also very sweet as well, because you share some really sweet kisses. So look out for that. If there's someone who makes your heart beat fast, that's your person, and you're either with them right now and you're enjoying, the little moments in life, or you're going to meet someone very soon, like probably this month, because they're autumnal colours and we're in autumn still, and it's your time to shine. Thank you for joining me, pile 2. I'm now going to move on to pile 3. Thank you for joining me, pile 3. So, if you chose the skull, you would have chosen this pile. Now let's get started. I'm just going to do a quick cleanse for pile 3. Your first cards are now coming out. I'm just going to pop them out. So, your person is saying that they really want you. You and I were too young. They kind of regret their decision to not be with you. I look for you everywhere. I know that I crossed the line with you. They've got some apologising to make. Like, if you're thinking about reconciling with the person that you're thinking about right now, you need an apology before you get back together. But they definitely really love you and they do want you. They feel a bit bad because maybe they weren't mature at the time when you two were together. And they do really miss you, that they reminisce. So I feel like it would be good if you two got back together. Like, I feel like you're meant to get back together. You're meant to be together. They were just a bit immature and now they've grown up and they're ready for you now. But obviously proceed with a little bit of caution. Like, let them work for a bit. That's the vibe I'm getting anyway. You have healing heart, healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationships or addiction. Maybe in the past your person was addicted to a certain substance, or you might have been. You both probably weren't mature enough at the time. Maybe you were too young. Maybe it was like your high school crush and now you're getting back together or thinking about each other. But you should go for it. Maybe you've recently got out of a toxic relationship. Good for you. Like, well done. And now's the time to be getting with this person that you have on your mind. We also have the snake. Sometimes you used to have to look over your shoulder. There was another woman. Maybe when you dated this person in the past, maybe they were cheating, and that's why they were saying they were too young, but really they weren't mature enough. But now they're definitely mature and they're thinking about settling and they're thinking about long term. So bear that in mind. Next, you also have your overall energy card, which is a sweet one. It's to have fun. Stop. When was the last time you had fun? When was the last time you took a chance and did something silly? Something totally unlike you? Something just for the joy of it? It's long overdue for you to let go of your analytical mind and give yourself and your soul permission to have fun. So maybe if you work too much, you work too hard, maybe you know a certain job where you have a lot of responsibility, maybe take some time out to, have a bit of work-life balance, have a little bit of a social life, maybe see some friends, go clubbing, go out for dinner. Also, if you have children, maybe you might want to give them to your mum and dad for one evening or something, or just have at least a couple of hours break for them just to do something for you. Or if you're single and you don't have anyone and just completely on your own, then do a bit of TLC. Maybe put on a face mask, whether you're a guy or a woman, it's up to you. They're unisex, so have a bit of a TLC time. Maybe have a bath. Next, you have express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Maybe your person's waiting for you to do a little gesture. Maybe you're a little too shy, but come out of your comfort zone a little bit and do something nice for them. Even if it's something little, like taking them out for dinner. Next, you have religious factors as well that might have affected your love life in the past, and your upbringing might have kind of affected you with trust issues and your love life, but now that doesn't really matter as much, and you know deep down that you've met the right person for you and you should just go with it. Just follow your heart for once. Okay, I'm looking at your other cards as well. you or your person could be a fellow witch, which I'm kind of liking, which is kind of cool. Oh, your card fell, sorry. Yeah, you or your person could be a fellow witch because you have a black cat, and you two could be quite intimate and potentially into different things that people aren't usually into. Not too boring, you two. Also, you have the Fool. You felt like a fool before. You felt like either a burden or something was weighing down on you, but now it's not. Oh, and it's definitely to do with relationships because on the right corner, there's two people having fun in nature, but now you know that you're not the fool anymore, and it's time for you to start believing that you can actually have a good relationship with this person. You're definitely thinking about them, and they might have actually been a bit of a fool in the past and made you feel like it, but they were the fool. So bear that in mind. Next, you have your person's going to actually give you an offer or give you something. Like they could give you wealth or a home or like an actual like long lasting relationship with children, sort of something that is like quite big and fruitful. That's why he's given her a bit of fruit. He's given her something. So he's going to give you something tangible. Or she is. Next, you have more of a male energy. Like the person that you're thinking about has like a male like energy, and they're kind of like, they are like the emperor. So they could be in the military, they could be like in the police, they could be quite a strong person, they might be a labourer, like a workman or something like that. They definitely are focused on their work, and they're quite protective as well. Your person's protective, and your person is actually thinking about children. Not exactly right now, but in the next year or so, they're thinking about trying for children as well. And definitely around about this time as well, because they're thinking about children around harvest time. So if you've recently contacted them around October, this is your sign. Okay, thank you for joining me, Pal 3, and thank you for, if you've watched the whole video, thank you for that too. But yeah, I really appreciate everyone that watches my videos, and it's free to subscribe, so subscribe to my videos for updates if you'd like to watch more of my content. I've got some more ideas for the future, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Take care. Bye.